Hello, hi, my name is Zoe. I am the Tipsy Psychic. Happy New Year's Eve! I'm so excited for this video because New Year's Eve is my favorite holiday. I think I may have mentioned that before, and I love it so much. Last year I made a video about your resolutions, things that you could do in 2020 that would improve your life based on your zodiac sign. If you didn't do that, that's okay. You have another chance here. I'm going to list some ideas, things that your zodiac sign would benefit from in the year 2021, and it's tailored specifically to you and your zodiac sign. These are suggestions. You don't have to do them, but I hope they inspire you to move forward and enjoy the new year. Aries. Aries, you are a spark. A powerful spark that ignites real change. You can move mountains when you're on top of things. And so this year, the challenge for you, the resolution is to be powerful, be your powerful self, but not be as dominant. Aries has a tendency to exude a very powerful, dominant energy when they act strong. But try to be strong without being too pushy. Taurus, you need to feel safe and cozy in your natural habitat. And so this year, I want you to make your living space, your natural habitat, I want you to make it sacred for you and your loved ones. I want you to turn it into your own sanctuary. So like all those things that you've been talking about doing, whether you're like, I want different curtains over there, but you never really got around to it, or oh, it would be so nice if we had more pillows on this couch, but you didn't get to it. These are the kinds of things you're going to want to take care of. It's time to make your living space more of a priority. Make yourself feel more at home. If you want to build a backyard patio or something that you've been putting off for a really long time, that you've been wanting to do to your house, then this is the time to do it. No more waiting another year or waiting. It's time to invest in your home and in your living area. If you want to paint your bedroom a weird and beautiful color, do it. If you need nice new furniture, then invest in it. Sometimes you can get caught up in the practicality of things, but you are a sensual sign, and how you feel and what you touch in your physical environment really does influence you. And so this year, it's about making that part of your life bigger. It's about making it a priority. Maybe that means doing a new year clean, like a deep cleaning of your kitchen, of your apartment, wherever you're staying. Do something nice. So that could mean even just putting a vase with flowers on the table, or putting something on the wall that you've been wanting to put up. Just something that makes it feel more like home. So that's really where your energy is supposed to really be this year. Gemini. You can often avoid truly taking the time to connect with those around you on a deeper level because you may have had some negative experiences. And sometimes that means that having people in your life is easy, but developing really deep and meaningful relationships with them can be more difficult. And it's a safety mechanism, and while you may be your beautiful, awesome self, it also means that you may not fully be your real self with them. And that is not you. So figure out how to connect more deeply this year. And that doesn't just mean like social media. It means like real physical relationships. Now I realize that COVID's going on and the quarantine might be getting in the way of that. But if you are with family or people that you know and you're able to see them, definitely try connecting with them and really showing who you are inside, because you often put up a wall. You often have yet to experience deep, meaningful friendships. So this year I want you to learn to trust and find your tribe, okay? Find your posse. Cancer. Cancer, you have a beautiful heart and you have this natural need to be there for others and to care for others and support other people. But sometimes you might have the tendency to make other people your project. Like you're like, I'm just supporting them, I care about them, but you may not realize how much you are trying to make them your project. You're trying to fix things. And so you might try to fix your friends in a way without listening to their side of the story. So instead of trying to fix them this year, try to put yourself in their shoes instead first. Understand why they're doing that or why they feel a certain way. Listen, I know you care, but there's so many different ways to care. There's so many different ways to show it. Don't just try to change things. Not only do you forget about self-care when you invest your love in someone else, but you may be missing out on some serious friendships. It doesn't really matter if you know how to solve their problem. What matters is your understanding. Leo, you are the loyal lion, and you are 100% there for your loved ones, but that also means that you might neglect to be there for yourself. You are still your friend, okay? This year, try to give yourself more love. So there must be a balance, and that means that if you care about someone, you need to care about yourself in equal amount, okay? There can't be an imbalance there. Virgo. Yes, the perfectionist of the zodiac. Now, sometimes that can mean that you want to do something so well that you end up not doing it at all. The Virgo is often a double-edged sword. The perfectionist can also mean the procrastinator. You must lower your standards and actually start doing things this year. The goal is to give yourself an A for effort. Even if it's not perfect, even if it's not the outcome you want, the goal is to start doing it and to give yourself praise for actually at least trying, because often you'll get it in this idea in your head of like how you want things to go, and you won't even act on it because it becomes this big thing. So this is something that a lot of Virgos experience, maybe not all of you, but this can lead to things like procrastination or just feeling inadequate, feeling like you're not, in the place that you want to be in your life. So right now it's about celebrating the journey for you and not being so hard on yourself. Don't try to rate what you're doing, like the outcome. Always rate the journey. Libra. Your need for balance is actually keeping you from being a go-getter. Libra likes to act from an in-between. They want to keep things objective and fair. And they enjoy being a mediator, and that can be awesome, but it can also make them indecisive. When a Libra is indecisive, it can actually stop them from taking chances and going for things. Balance is never fully achieved. The idea that things matter equally means that you never fully put your all into them. And that can be pretty mediocre, honestly. Libra, you must learn to make decisions and not let this need to please everybody or remain impartial to things like get in your way. Choose. Make a decision. Scorpio. Scorpio, you are a sign that is very often misunderstood. And that is because you are mysterious and complex. And this year, you need to learn how to keep your skeletons in your closet, especially if they're not your skeletons. You feel me? Secrets are your forte and your weakness. Learn to keep them and not use them for control in any way. Sagittarius. This year is about actually making money and following your dreams. Make a career based off of what matters to you. If women's health is what matters to you, is what you value, then you need to build a career based on that, based on promoting women's health. Start thinking about how to make that your lifestyle. Sometimes that can mean being an influencer and making that your whole thing, But you need to live by what you stand for. That can mean starting a nonprofit or being a woman's health coach. If what really matters to you is minimalism, then start sharing that message. Start showing people how to be a minimalist, Start doing that for people professionally. I don't know. You have to do what you care about for a living. Your job needs to mean something. You understand? Capricorn. Capricorn, this year you need to learn how to handle authority. How do you feel about the people in charge of you? If you're the one in charge, how are you staying in charge? You kind of need to evaluate your relationship with authority, especially with like law enforcement, especially nowadays, right? There's a lot of conflict going on with that. I mean, there always has been, but it's just been brought to the light, you know? And so how do you feel about the police? How do you feel about authority? What is your relationship to that? What is the dynamic between you and your boss or you and your employer or employee? What is it that brings you together? What makes it work? You kind of just gotta look at that this year and really, because I feel like that's really where it's going to be for you. I mean, you are such a mature sign in the zodiac, and really evaluate that. How are you using your own authority? And figure that out this year. Aquarius. This year, you're going to use your creativity and originality to think outside the box, but in a more organic way, because I feel like you're an original anyway. You know, that's definitely something that comes naturally, but sometimes when it comes to how you fit in with the rest of the world, that's where things kind of get rigid and weird, right? Because you are also the rebel of the zodiac. You're like ahead of the times in a way, you know? People aren't ready for you sometimes. And so you get these big ideas, you are very unique and special, and people just the rest of the world doesn't really know where you fit. They don't know how to place you, because people are always trying to categorize people and make them fit where they need to, you know? And so you're often just seen as the rebels out there in the zodiac, because you're independent thinkers, you're unique souls, and people really just don't know what to do with you, you know? They see you as having these extreme ideas. The problem is that usually, you know, you come up with these interesting things and then society isn't ready for that, so they reject them, or they think they're too out there, you know? You're kind of in a different world, you know, on a different wavelength altogether, and you may seem disconnected, you know, and it can come across as you looking like aloof, you know, or kind of awkward maybe, or like you're sort of detached in a way. And it's a very common misconception about Aquarius. Obviously, society is going to have to meet you halfway, but you also have to meet it halfway. And this year, it's about being more organic with the way you interact with them. They're not going to work if they make other people uneasy. And that's unfortunate, but that's the way it is. So yeah, you don't have to bow down to anyone, but you also have to try to make things work more naturally. You have to find ways to use your beautiful brain to make this work and see things their way too. And it's gonna suck, but at the same time, it can be beautiful and magnificent and awesome. So just keep that in mind. Pisces. Pisces, you are the dreamers of the zodiac. You fantasize, you know, you have the fantasies, and you might live in a very idealistic way. You need to find a way to combine your practical everyday life with your fantasy life. I'm not saying you have to choose, but you have to find a way to incorporate them both. Because as a Pisces, like, it's crucial for you to have your dream world and for you to have your dream life. Like, you need them both to function and be happy. So you gotta find a way to make them interact this year. Like, make that a focus. Yay, thank you so much. That was so fun. I'm so glad that I was able to share all that with you. Happy New Year's Eve. I'm so ready for 2021. I don't know about you, but this has just been a crazy year, and it's hard not to look past all the drama and the chaos. So I know in astrology, there's been a lot of craziness too this year, like a lot of anomalies and just rare things. So it's sort of magical, but sort of crazy at the same time, you know, lots of crazy energy. But I hope you enjoyed my resolution suggestions. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And if you have any other ideas or advice, please list your sign and definitely type them out in the comment section below. I'm all ears, all open. So yeah, Thank you so, so much, guys. Goodbye, 2020. Subscribe to my channel. Thanks.